Welcome to the Adopt a Pet Show. All of the pets on today's program are available for adoption at the Pike County Animal Shelter on Likens Creek Road in Pikeville. For more information, call 606-432-6293.
Welcome to the Adopt a Pet Show. I'm here with Cindy Johnson at Pike County Animal Shelter, and we're with Trevor, a male beagle mix who is a little over 2 years old, and been here about 2 months. Cindy, he's needing to go home.
This is a long time to be in the shelter, Brandon. Trevor is a very sweet hound mix, obviously maybe some beagle in him. He's already full grown. This is as big as he's going to get, but he comes with some added value. He's already been neutered. That means that his fee is only $25. This dog could go home with you already neutered with his shots up to date and wormed. Look at him looking at you. He needs a home right now. He needs to go with somebody who will give him a chance to get out of the shelter. Here's what's happening. When people see Trevor in his kennel, he's very excitable. He's pacing, he's jumping, he's barking a lot. That's because he's anxious, because he's not comfortable here. Being in the shelter, I'm sorry to say it, but I have to, for dogs, it's a lot like being put in prison. They haven't done anything wrong. It's not that they deserve to be here. They just are homeless and they need a place to stay. And Trevor is not functioning well. Some animals do better in this environment than others, but Trevor's not. He needs to get out. And for $25 to think he could go home and be your friend forever is a pretty good deal.
Well, it's funny you mention that. When he come in as a stray and he's not handling it well, you can imagine what the dogs who have been in home their whole life, how they handle it.
How confusing it is to be dropped off at the shelter where they probably share a kennel with other dogs that they don't know and don't necessarily get along with or do well with, to not have the human interaction, the ability to get out and get exercised and walk as often as they'd like to. It's really hard on their psyche. Yes. So when you see animals in the shelter sometimes, the personality is not the true personality. You'll find that out when you take them home, because once they relax and know they're safe, suddenly they let themselves really shine, and you'll find out what a great dog Trevor could be.
Well, they'll find their food and water bowl within 30 seconds, and probably their favorite place to lay in it within a minute, and they're good.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, because Trevor is really special needs, and he's special needs because he's been here already for more than 2 months, he needs to get out quickly. Somebody watching right now could find the perfect home for Trevor, and we just ask that you would call or come by the Pike County Animal Shelter. Ask about Trevor or any of the other dogs or cats that are here. They're adoptable. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. And you can call or come by anytime, and they'll be happy to show Trevor off to you. Welcome back to Adopt a Pet. We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter. Cindy Johnson along with Brandon Roberts and Purdy. And Purdy is a beautiful female who has been at the shelter for a long time. She came in as a stray, right, Brandon?
She did, and been here about 3 weeks.
The problem is she's a very shy, gentle dog. And when people walk through the kennels and look at her in the shelter, she's simply going to stay in the back, not come up and ask for attention. What we've found is that you almost have to get down on her level and make her feel comfortable coming to you. What that tells you is that she doesn't have any aggression in her, that she's going to be an easy dog to get along with. You just might have to win her over, and that's hard to do in the shelter environment. Purdy has had a lot of puppies, and she needs to be spayed. That, of course, will come along with her fee. She'll also be up to date on her shots. She'll be wormed. The main thing is she needs some love. This dog needs some socialization, more people to touch her and to give her a chance to feel like human beings are not out to get her. She's at the shelter now, but she shouldn't stay here much longer, because a dog with this type of attitude never fares well here. It only gets worse while they're at the shelter. So she will become more and more depressed. She'll get quieter. She'll get to the point that she won't even make eye contact. And she is still doing that now. I noticed before we went on camera, she looked at me, let me pet her and love on her, but it takes a few minutes. She just doesn't have a lot of trust in human beings.
And she was shaking when they first brought her in, and she's already stopped shaking. So
well, I hope somebody watching will show her that she can trust human beings, and that there's somebody out there who will love her and give her a safe haven. All you have to do is come by the Pike County Animal Shelter or call, tell them you're interested in Purdy, and let's see if we can get you a better view of what Purdy looks like. She's decided that we're okay, so now we want her to know that you're okay too. Purdy is at the Pike County Animal Shelter. They are here Tuesday through Saturday. Please come by and ask about her or so many of the other adoptable dogs. Don't leave her in an environment that she's not going to thrive in.
We're at the Pike County Animal Shelter at 527 Likens Creek Road in Pikeville with Sweet Pea, a 4-year-old hound who needs to get out of here, Cindy.
Well, she does, but she also needs to eat these dog treats because that's kind of important to her, too. She's been here since at least January, I understand, Brandon, and this is a dog with a great nature. She's going to, like so many hounds, not require a whole lot of attention or effort. She's just going to want to lay around and be a companion. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but her beautiful red coat is even carried through to her eyelashes. Beautiful red eyelashes as well. Sweet Pea is the perfect name for her, but she also is kind of on the urgent list here. She needs to get out of the shelter because no one is looking at her because she's not got that personality that comes right up to the front of the kennel and tries to make friends. She's not happy here.
And she's 4 years old, so she's had a pretty long life already for a dog, and she's not spayed.
And
she's a sweetie.
But you know, she's not an old girl. 4 years old is the prime of life for a dog like this. She's got a lot of life left in her. You can see those beautiful hound lines on her face and on her jawline there. The thing about Sweet Pea too, when you adopt her, your adoption fee will take care of her spay, her Pike County dog tags. She'll be up to date on worming and shots. Everything you need will be good to go for just $50. That's a wonderful and extremely inexpensive way to get a friend for life and a companion for your family. Now, as you can see, Sweet Pea's just very still and accepting whatever we bring her way. That's because she's not doing well in the shelter. We need to get her out of here, and you can help us. You might not be the person that can take her, but you may know somebody who can. The way to do that is to call or come by the Pike County Animal Shelter on Likens Creek. Tell them you're interested in meeting Sweet Pea, the female. She's a hound, and all she needs is a warm bed to lie on and maybe a little bit of room to roam around. She doesn't ask for much.
Cindy, you mentioned one thing about what these markings on their ears might mean. Especially with the hounds.
Are they notched?
Yes.
A lot of hunters will notch a dog's ears as a way of identifying it. Then the dog gets lost, and if he doesn't bother to find her or doesn't come looking for her at the shelter, this could be the end of her life, and we don't want that to happen. So she may have belonged to somebody at one time, but she has never appeared to know a real loving touch. We'd like to change that, and I know some of you watching can do that too. Welcome to the Adopt-A-Pet Show. We are ready to introduce you to a beautiful male cat. What's his name?
Manny.
Manny. I'm not sure what that means, but I can tell you this. He's gorgeous. He's a hefty boy. He could stand to be on a little bit of a diet, couldn't we all? But Manny has got a beautiful long coat. As you can see, he's a black and white. Some people would call him a tuxedo cat. He has not very many requirements in life. He likes to lay around, especially up high. You'll find a lot of cats like to get on top of your refrigerator or the top of your couch or a windowsill. If you have one of those, he'd be the perfect cat for you. Everybody's got one, right? This cat is not yet neutered, but when you pay your fee, he would be neutered. He'll be up to date on shots. He'll be wormed and have everything he needs and be ready to go. This is the kind of cat that's like a conversation piece in your home because he's just going to lay around there and be petted when when you choose. But other than that, he's a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, not a care in the world.
Might be one of those cats where you got company over and then after about 10 minutes they say, "Oh, I didn't know you had a cat."
You have a cat.
Yeah.
I thought that was a black and white throw pillow. Nope, it's a cat. Now here's the thing. I said he doesn't have a care in the world. There is one care, and that is that he can't stay at the Pike County Animal Shelter forever. Eventually, they will run out of space and time, and we don't want that to happen to this boy. He is beautiful and sweet and good-natured. Not many cats would let me hold him this long without wiggling around and deciding they needed to climb up on my head, and he hasn't done that yet. So I want somebody to come and take this beautiful boy home. I know somebody out there wants to. It's just a matter of coming by the Pike County Animal Shelter, paying a $35 fee. He could be yours, and we could save his life.
And I read somewhere cat owners they live longer than people who don't own cats. And I don't know if that's true or why that is, but I just read that somewhere.
Well, I guess we're all going to live to be 100. Welcome to the Pike County Adopt-A-Pet Show. This is a big, beautiful boy called Blackjack who's not going to look at the camera, mainly because I got the treats. But Blackjack is a gorgeous dog. He's big, too. You're going to get a good look at just how big his head is. He's got a beautiful, full black coat. He's a heavy boy, heavy boned.
We think strong.
Strong, too? Yeah. No kidding. We think he might be a flat-coated retriever. He could also have Newfoundland in there. That's what I thought when he came in, but we've got on good authority he could also be a flat-coated retriever. He is beautiful and so well behaved. Such a gentleman to be so large. This could be a bull in a china shop, but he's choosing to just be the perfect gentleman and sit on your foot. How's your foot? You doing all right?
Right now, yes.
Well, he was picked up as a stray in Pikeville, and he's been here so long now. No one has been here to look for him. No one has been here to claim him or take him home, and we find that really surprising. We just knew he was somebody's pet. Well, if so, they haven't cared enough to come and get him, so we'd like to send him home with you. This dog doesn't need to be left in the shelter. He's too good of a dog, too great of a personality to languish here without somebody to love.
And we were just told from someone who has one of these, there's no complaints. It's difficult to find a complaint with this thing.
Well, as you can see, he's just so calm and so gentle, and he's still a very young dog. But these dogs typically do very well with children. They're usually very glad to just have kids ride on them, pull on their ears, sit on their head. There's no promises until you take him home and try him out with yours, but I'm saying that's the general thing you might find. The other thing we'll tell you is that this is one of the most loyal dogs you'll come across. If he comes home to your family and recognizes this is where I live now, he is going to be yours forever, and he will defend you until his dying breath. Now, Blackjack desperately needs a home. We just hope that you'll call or come by the Pike County Animal Shelter. $50 fee. He's neutered, up to date on shots, wormed. You get your Pike County dog tags. Don't let Blackjack sit here and wait any longer. Welcome back to Adopt-A-Pet. You are now meeting Merle. Merle turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole.
Sure did.
No, that was Merle Haggard. This is Merle the dog. And Merle is a male. He's already been neutered, but he is kind of in prison doing life without parole.
And he's 21 in dog years.
See, we need to get him out of here. Look at Merle Haggard. He was pardoned for anything he had done. This Merle deserves to get out as well. This is one little chunk of a boy, let me tell you. Right. And I think it's because he's very treat-driven, but treats aren't very expensive, so that won't be a problem for you if you take him home, right?
Not for me.
Treats are cheap. And Merle is just a wonderful package for you as a great friend and companion for life. Now, he's not got a whole lot of time left at the shelter. He's already been here a long time. And he's not suffering too badly on the personality side, as you can see, except for the fact that he's sitting on my foot and he is a chunk. But he's a great dog, and he needs to get out of here because they can't stay forever at the shelter. And that's the sad truth.
Cindy, we'll talk a little bit about the advantages of someone who lives alone.
Well,
an elderly or not
absolutely.
Even elderly to have an advantage of having a dog in the house.
Studies prove that having a pet will lower your blood pressure, that you'll live longer, that you will have less stress in your life, and that goes for a cat or a dog, either one. Look at this. He's happy to just lay at our feet and be a companion, and he could be your companion.
And what about the protection factor?
Well, clearly, even a small dog who barks is considered a deterrent to people bothering you at your home, because people who come to bother you don't want to be bothered with a dog, even a little yappy ankle biter. Merle is not yappy, nor is he an ankle biter, but he will go for the treats. Please come and see Merle at the Pike County Animal Shelter.
Welcome to the Adopt-A-Pet Show. This is Skylar, a beautiful snow white cat who is definitely full grown.
She is a beauty. She's already been spayed. She was an owner give up. She's a white domestic short hair. The fact that she's already spayed means her fee is negligible. You're going to pay very little for her. I think maybe $15. She's going to have her shots and be wormed. The thing is, she's perfect to move into your home right now. Now, I'm going to suggest her for somebody who has light-colored furnishings because she'll blend in beautifully. Or if you like a lot of contrast, if you have dark-colored furnishings, that'll be good too. Cats are typically going to live in your home, use the litter box, eat, and cause you no trouble. That's the best thing about them. They're so easy. These are low-maintenance pets. People who say, I don't have time to take care of a pet, have never had a cat because they don't require a whole lot.
That's right. There's no reason for this animal to
not
have a home. You're exactly right.
Her owners brought her here because they said they just couldn't take care of her anymore. But if you can see a close-up of her, she's got these beautiful eyes, sweet face, and an energetic and enthusiastic attitude. I'd say this is going to be a playful cat as well. You provide her with a couple of busy balls, and she's going to make you laugh for hours.
Oh, yeah.
So please, somebody come and see about Skylar. She's at the Pike County Animal Shelter. She needs a home, and it could be yours. Welcome to the Adopt a Pet show. We have got a beautiful new dog to introduce you to. He's not new to the shelter. He's been here a while, and he's beginning to have one of the bad effects of being in the shelter. But let me tell you about him first. His name is Chowder, and we think that Chowder is an Akita, maybe a Chow mix.
Maybe, yeah. With the tail, I don't know. The tail makes me think Chow with it curling.
But you can certainly see the Akita in his face. He is a big, beautiful, strong, athletic, gorgeous boy, very healthy, and he could be a very happy dog. But the shelter staff tells us he's starting to have some of the effects of being here too long, which they like to call kennel crazy. They just get to the point, the animals do, where sometimes they give up, they just lose heart. Sometimes they just become very anxious, and that's what we're seeing. He's nervous, he's uncomfortable. He doesn't know why he's in prison, essentially. And he was picked up as a stray. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, it says that he needs a farm or a yard. So
he needs some room. In other words, he likes to get out and run around. He needs to be walked on a lead or have a big fenced-in area that he can roam in. There are so many people who live in this region that have places like that or have lifestyles like that he would fit in perfectly. This dog is probably going to be very protective and loyal, and apparently likes to give kisses too. Yep. Brandon, it's the aftershave.
Must be. I don't know.
If you wouldn't use the cheese-flavored aftershave, it'd be all right. Once again, this is Chowder. We would urge you to come and see about him at the Pike County Animal Shelter. He needs to get out of here because he cannot continue to stay in these conditions much longer. It's not good for him, and it certainly wouldn't be good for any other animal to be put in with him. It's just asking too much. This is a companion animal who needs a home. Please come to the Pike County Animal Shelter. Check him out.
This is the Adopt a Pet show. We're here with Tommy, who is a hound, a 3-year-old, and Cindy, they say he needs to go badly.
He does need to go. He's not faring well here. This is clearly somebody's hunting dog, okay? We feel very sure that he got lost on a hunt, got picked up as a stray, and somehow his owner has not come to find him. And after so long, he's ready to be adopted. He needs to get out of this kennel situation and out of the shelter situation and into somebody's home. Now, hound dogs are notorious for a couple things. One, they smell like hounds. He does smell like a hound. Number two, they do bay. And when he gets something really excited, or a squirrel or a raccoon comes around, he's going to bay a little bit. But that's what all hound dogs do. They also have very wet tongues. The other thing I would say about Tommy, though, is that he's got a great personality. He's calm, he's sweet, he needs affection. Basically, he needs a home. He needs shelter, he needs warmth, he needs food, and he needs a person to attach to. We've bred these dogs to be companion animals. They are not meant to make it on their own. We need to be responsible and find homes for them.
I couldn't imagine going from roaming the mountains and of all this, having all this area, to being confined to a cage and a kennel.
Sometimes when people come to the shelter to look for a pet too, the pets don't show well because they're sick or they're sad or they're depressed. So in the kennel, you don't really get an idea. This show gives you a much better idea of this dog than you'll ever get by just coming to see him in the shelter. Right now, his sad hound dog eyes are very clearly saying to me, I need a home and somebody out there can give it to me. We hope you'll come through. Don't let anything bad happen to this dog. Welcome to the Adopt a Pet Show. Cindy and Brandon here with you at the Pike County Animal Shelter, introducing you to Buzz. Buzz is a very young male. As you can see, he's completely black, and I hear black cats are good luck.
I'm partial to black cats.
Are you having good luck with him?
I have one.
Well, he just gave me a look when I said that. Those green eyes shot out here like, yes, I am good luck. He is either a very small male or a very young one because he's a small cat compared to some of the others we've had out here. But with his green eyes and completely black body, he is a beautiful animal. Now remember, when you adopt a cat from the Pike County Animal Shelter, your fee is going to take care of his neuter, his shots, his worming. He's going to be completely ready to go to live in your home. And cats are so easy. The problem is we're getting into cat season right now at this time of year. Lots of breeding, lots of kittens, and the shelter gets completely overrun. And one of the things that happens is it's very easy for them to spread viral diseases. They'll get infections of the respiratory system. Right now he's so healthy, it would be the perfect time to come and adopt him before the sickness begins to set in, which almost invariably does at any shelter. So come and ask about Buzz at the Pike County Animal Shelter. Tell him you'd like to give Buzz his perfect home. What was Buzz Lightyear's thing? To infinity and beyond.
That's right.
Welcome back to Adopt a Pet. Here with us today, making a little bit of noise, but not too bad, is Bella. Bella is a gorgeous spaniel mix. We actually, at the Appalachian SPCA, took her mom out into a foster situation fairly recently. Both of these were brought in by owners. I'm not sure how long she's been here, but
she's been here since the middle of February, about a month.
It's a long time for dogs that have not been accustomed to living in this type of environment, in crowded kennels that are noisy. There's nothing the shelter can do about that. That's just the nature of the beast, but it's so tough on these dogs. As you can see, she's a very small girl. She probably doesn't weigh more than 15 or 18 pounds because most of what you're seeing there is coat. She's got a very heavy, thick coat. Might even be a good thing to consider shaving her for summer because she's going to be a lot easier to keep groomed and to keep comfortable in the hot weather.
And she's got great feet.
Yes, beautiful spotted feet. I'm not sure how well she's letting anybody see those, as well as a spot on her chest. But she's a sweet dog with a great nature. Now, here's the sad thing. The SPCA could not take both Bella and her mother. We had to separate them. Her mother was in much worse condition, a much older dog that needed a lot of health care. So we took that one and left her here thinking she'd be adopted quickly, and she hasn't been. I don't know why. This is a perfect pet for somebody. So the fact that she was split up from her mother is kind of sad for her, but you could make her life really happy by adopting her.
That's really the ultimate question, isn't it? A lot of these is, why not? I mean,
yes. Why hasn't someone made her part of their family? She's small enough to be in the house. Like I said, she could be shaved down and have a very minimal care coat, or if you enjoy brushing and grooming, she's your girl too. Either way you look at it. Bella is available for adoption. Her fee is only $50. She'll be spayed. She'll be up to date on all of her medications and be wormed and have her Pike County dog tags. Please come and see her. Don't leave her at the shelter.
And by the way, it's required. The dog tags are required.
Pike County Animal Shelter, ask for Bella.
This is the Adopt a Pet Show. I'm here with Cindy Johnson, and we are with Bex, a female beagle, who is a very unique coat on her, doesn't she, Cindy?
Yes, she does. Very bird dog-like. I don't know a whole lot about the hunting breeds.
She's been hunting since she's
She's
got in
hunting
here.
something under your chair right now. I think there's a treat under there, maybe. Bex is a beautiful girl, and her coat is so soft, incredible. I suspect it repels water. You can just almost
yes.
feel that and know that if she gets wet, it's just going to kind of beat up on her. She is a beautiful girl, but she is not happy here at the shelter, and that's part of why you're seeing all this activity. She's really not too interested in anything going on here except looking for a way out, and that's what we want to find for her, a way out of the shelter. When you adopt a dog from the Pike County Animal Shelter, number one, first and foremost, you are saving a life. That is so key. And not only that, you're also getting a friend for life, because she'll come already spayed, she'll have her shots, she'll be wormed and up to date and ready to go, basically ready to just move into the house with you or to the yard, a fenced yard. Clearly she'd be all right in a dog house in the right situation. But bottom line, Bex wants out of here, and she's going to get out of here one way or another if it's outside the back of the set. So please see about Bex, ask about adopting her. Come on, baby, from the Pike County Animal Shelter. If she wants to stay under the chair, we'll let her stay under the chair. We just want her to be happy, and that would only happen if you took her home. Welcome to the Adopt a Pet Show. This is Muddles, and you can probably see how badly Muddles is shaking. He is very nervous and very uncomfortable. He's a beautiful black lab mix.
Gosh,
he's breaking our hearts.
Soft.
But he's an older dog. You can see the gray on his muzzle. He's actually not quite as old as you might think. A lot of black dogs will start going gray early. They think maybe 4 or 5 years old at the most, which is still pretty young for a dog.
And we were told that he acts half that.
So he doesn't act like an old dog either, except right now. You can see he's really worried. This dog is not faring well in the shelter. People look at him and assume he's very elderly because of his gray beard, and so they pass him by. He's not getting adopted. Now, he has not been neutered, I don't think.
He's not been neutered, no.
So if you adopt him, his fee is going to be $50. He will get neutered. He'll get his shots. He'll be wormed. You'll have a Pike County dog tag, everything you need to make him part of your family.
One-stop shop.
Let me say something about rescuing dogs. When you see him trembling like this is extremely temporary. If you took him home with you today, I would predict this would stop within the hour. And probably within a day or two, you'd see his personality begin to come out. All he needs to know is that he's in a safe place and that he's home.
And apparently he wasn't like this when he got here. He's become depressed.
They do get very depressed and very uncomfortable in the shelter, and we don't want that to happen. Muddles is a great guy, and he doesn't deserve anything less than a loving home. Somebody out there watching right now is going to be moved by Muddles, and I hope it's you. And if it's not you, I hope you'll pass along this information. He's at the Pike County Animal Shelter. They're open Saturday, or on Saturdays now, Tuesday through Saturday during regular hours. You can stop by and see him. Take him out for a walk. Just get him out of his kennel for a little while. The trembling has already stopped, so it doesn't take very long before he begins to trust. Please, somebody, find this dog a home.
Welcome to the Adopt a Pet Show. We're here with a very vocal female cat named Beth, who's about 1.5 years old, and
she doesn't want to be here right now.
She doesn't. She's
That's
not.
The bottom line.
She's just like the rest of them. She wants out of here.
She wants out of the shelter, and right now she'd like to get out of my arms. Beth is a very light cat. She doesn't weigh much at all. She's very small. I'll see if I can give you an idea, because she's not a big cat. She's just a little girl, but a beautiful gray coat. I'm not sure she's thrilled with her adornment that has been placed on her today, but she's wearing it for right now. Beth needs to get out of here, though. She needs to be spayed, and then she needs a loving home for the rest of her life. She's a little nervous. This is not just all personality. This is nerves, too. Yeah. Right now, if you could see, her whiskers are at full attention, and her ears are really perked. She doesn't know why she's here or what we're doing. And the bottom line is we're trying to help get her out of the shelter. She needs a home. So if you're watching and you would consider 2 simple things, a litter box in your house and a warm place to stay. That's all she needs. And
we're told her demeanor changes drastically from just being removed from the cage. She's much, much better. Of course, who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
Outside of the cage.
The cats live in aluminum cages all the time here in the shelter. They don't get an opportunity, and there's no way for them to get out of those aluminum cages. That's not a natural habitat. It's a very uncomfortable way for them to have to live. So please consider, right now she's purring. We've calmed her down a little bit. Consider looking up Beth here at the Pike County Animal Shelter. She needs a home. Welcome to the Adopt-A-Pet Show. Meet beautiful Blue Eyes. This dog has been in the shelter for a while. I was here 2-3 weeks ago on behalf of the Appalachian SPCA picking up some dogs that we took out to foster, and it was tough to leave this guy behind. Look at that face. Are you kidding me?
Well, when he come in, you said this was your type of dog. Why?
He's kind of ugly, but kind of cute. He's so cute that he's ugly, or so ugly that he's cute, one of the two. First of all, those blue eyes will pierce through your soul.
Oh, man.
It's almost like looking at a person's face when you look at him. We think he's a corgi mix. He has very short legs, but the rest of him could be a big dog. Big dog on short legs does kind of equal corgi. He's got a great personality. Blue Eyes is kind of the animal that should worm his way into your heart with no effort at all.
You want to talk about low maintenance? It says in our notes that he likes to be loved on.
As you can see, yes, he's very happy being petted. He would make a wonderful pet for anybody. Typically, these kind of dogs, we can't say that we've tested him with children, but they're usually good with kids. He also has a very regal demeanor. I would say, and this is what I saw about him the first time I met him in the shelter, he didn't get excited. He didn't run up to the door. He stayed in the back of his kennel as if to say, if you want me, you can have me, but I'm not going to beg. That's who he is. Now, he needs a home. And what he doesn't know, because he's a dog, and we do, is that his time is very limited here at the shelter. He can't stay much longer. They've got to get him moved out. And the only way for that to happen is for one of you watching to adopt him. Take him home with you for $50. This is the bargain of a lifetime. Blue Eyes is just about ready to go home with me, and I'm already full, so that can't happen. I need somebody else to step up.
And the shelter staff says that they hope it's not no one's discriminating on him because he's short.
He is short. He does not have short dog syndrome, though. He's very good-natured and very sweet. Please come and see about Blue Eyes. He just needs somebody who will stroke him like I have been doing at home on a regular basis.
All of the animals on today's program are available for adoption at the Pike County Animal Shelter, 527 Likens Creek Road in Pikeville. Call them anytime at 606-432-6293.